How y'all doing tonight, everybody? It's your host, Samuel here, coming live once again with the next episode of Black Money Market News. I'm still getting settled in, getting ready to go get this show on the road, but I want to make sure we give a few minutes for everyone to get tuned in live on Facebook. If you're not watching live on Facebook, you can definitely catch a replay on our YouTube channel. Just search for Black Money Market News on YouTube and we'll pop up. Also, you want to be a sponsor for the Black Money Market News, we do have a Patreon page if you want to set up, your donations that way. For contributors on our Patreon, we do have some specials, including monthly and weekly newsletters with some of our top picks. But it's just after 9 o'clock, 9:01, but we're going to give about another 30 seconds to a minute to get some more people to join in live. Don't forget, if you do have any questions or comments related to stocks, investing, crypto coins, and the like, definitely drop your comments below. Also, we're going over the details of next week's Bitcoin giveaway. That's right, we'll be giving away some Bitcoins next week. So stay tuned to the show and we will get into those details later. Alright, gonna be about another 30 seconds. We're gonna go live and bring y'all this market update for the last couple of days. It's been interesting on the stock market as well as the crypto world. And we're live. How y'all doing tonight? Once again, my name is Samuel Hill, and I'm your host for the Black Money Market News. We're going to start off, as we normally do, by going over some of the results of the major indexes. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 100 points today, or 0.43%, to end the week down 23,358. The S&P 500 was down 679. The NASDAQ was down 0.15%. Bitcoin was down $127, down 1.66%. Gold was up nearly a little over a point and a quarter for a $16 move to end at $12.94. The euro was up 0.17%, and the VIX was down nearly 3%. So this week was the second week of losses on the market. The second week of losses really since August. It's been a very solid uptrend in the market for the last 2 weeks, mainly due to some pressure behind the doubts in the tax reform bills going through Congress right now. So that kind of put some hesitation in the market. Going over to the crypto world, because after we review the indexes, I definitely want to make sure we talk about what's going on in the world of cryptocurrencies, especially today. There was quite a bit of frustration in the Coinbase wallet users as Coinbase froze accounts from buying and selling Bitcoin for roughly 2 hours this morning, as several nodes on the Bitcoin blockchain have been found running the SegWit 2X upgrade. If you remember to last week, I announced that, I covered the fact that the SegWit 2 upgrade had been canceled by the consortium behind it, but with those few nodes running that upgraded software, Coinbase decided to freeze the accounts just to see if the fork was going to complete. There was worries that if it did complete, it could cause bugs on the network. They did post on their blog and they advised users that if the fork was stable, they would allow users to withdraw the new Bitcoin 2X coin if it came online. But they would not allow buying or selling if it did launch. But due to network instability and the canceling of that full fork, they did not complete the upgrade to the Bitcoin 2X. One second here. All right. Another cryptocurrency news. Hysun, one of the largest ATM manufacturers in the world, announced that they will support Bitcoin transactions. So what that means in their upcoming new devices and in some current devices through a software upgrade, you will be able to buy Bitcoin for fiat currency through the use of QR code technology. So that's definitely a major support from a major manufacturer out there to allow Bitcoin transactions. Hysun is based in Korea, and Korea is one of the largest Bitcoin markets. So that's not really a surprising update to come out, but it's definitely a positive thing to see for the blockchain and for Bitcoin. Another announcement was made. This is more referring to Ripple's blockchain. American Express and the Spanish bank Santander announced that they will start using Ripple's blockchain for cross-Atlantic transfers. This will help them speed up their processes of transfers, no matter which currency is being used. They won't be using the actual Ripple coin, but they will be using the Ripple blockchain technology. And that's a great, positive move for Ripple and the backers of that coin. And I believe their coin is up about 10% in the last few days since that announcement came out, I believe, on Thursdays. Getting back into stocks, the U.S. market, again, closed their first 2 weeks down since August on the backs of the worries about the tax reform measures being passed through Congress if there's going to get fully signed off on. The House did pass their measure. A measure did pass the Senate committee, and it expects to be for a full vote at the Senate in the coming weeks. I believe they said after the Thanksgiving break. So after that, the House and the Senate will have to go through their changes to help kind of reconcile the bills to get them on the same page. Because I believe in the Senate measure, they have tacked on rolling back the Affordable Health Care, part of the Affordable Health Care Act into the tax reform. Moving over to the retail space, Wal-Mart stock was up nearly 11% yesterday on Thursday as the company posted better than expected earnings on the back of improved comps and sales growth. The stock is up nearly 44% for the year, even after facing tough competition from the likes of Amazon with their recent acquisition of Whole Foods and Aldi's and Lidl's grocery stores from Europe, continued expansion in America. The company raises its 2018 guidance due to strong e-commerce performance, and that's making the acquisition of Jet last year looking like a major bargain. Since the acquisition of Jet for $3 billion, Walmart has added nearly $30 billion to its market capitalization. Moving on over to the automotive space, Tesla last night announced their new semi-autonomous, fully electric semi-truck aimed at the $3 billion a year in sales semi-truck market. They're offering two models. Both models offer over 500 miles of range fully loaded. They offer better aerodynamics than a Bugatti. They're offering a 1 million mile warranty and promising charging stations that can charge the trucks 400 miles in 30 minutes. Following the announcements of the truck, both JB Hunt and Walmart have announced pre-orders of the truck, which is expected to hit the roads in 2020. And taking a page from Steve Jobs, Elon Musk pulled a one more thing and rolled out and announced the brand new Tesla Roadster, promising the fastest production car ever with a 0 to 60 time in 1.9 seconds and a top speed over 250 miles an hour. This new vehicle is expected to hit the streets also in 2020 with a price of $200,000. In fact, I'm going to try to roll a little footage here of the two vehicles. I'm going to start off with the Tesla Roadster, and this footage is brought to you by MKBHD. If you ever check out his channel on YouTube, that is a definite must. He actually owns a couple, I believe he owns the Tesla T1 P100. Here, let me skip forward in the video real quick. That's the original Roadster that came out in their first production video. Sorry, their first production vehicle. And that's the new Tesla Roadster that they announced last night. Sorry for the slowdown. Let me turn down the quality here since I'm trying to stream and stream. See if that'll pick that up some. But again, 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds, 0 to 100 under 5 seconds, a 600-mile range. After announcement of both the Roadster and the semi-truck, there was definitely some major excitement, but the stock only popped roughly 1% on the announcements of both vehicles. Giving y'all a little look at those there. Bam. All right. So now back into stock news. What I want to cover tonight, what should be very important, as there's been some more market volatility over the last several weeks. Again, we faced our first 2-week decline. I want to talk about some ways to help protect your investments using some different strategies. One strategy I want to make sure you guys are aware of are option plays. Options are a great way to help protect any gains you have made over the last year. Overall, the market is up 16%. So if you are on the winning side right now, you definitely don't want to start taking a loss going into the end of the year. So some short-term plays that I want you guys to take a look at for protecting your investments from downside risk. You can definitely take a look at the SPY December puts. The ones I'm looking at right now would be the near the money or in the money at the 258 strike price. Right now that's trading for $2.06 a contract, and the 257 strike price is trading at 176. Also the DIA December puts, the 234 strike price is trading for $273 a contract, and the 233 strike price is trading for $242. Another good one is the QQQ December 8th, a little bit shorter time frame on this one. You're looking at $1.52 for a 154 strike price, or $1.42 for a 153.50 strike price. Another one that's a little bit more has a lower opening interest, so there's lower volume on the trade, is a TWM December 15th, $19 strike price. There's only 81 cents per contract, so that's definitely a cheaper way to get some downside protection to help protect your wins. Also, just for note, the deeper in the money you can be on these trades, so the little bit more expensive, it may be more expensive, but it will also help protect you if the rally does resume next week. But with next week being a holiday week and being only 3 trading days next week, definitely should be looking at lower volumes. So I would not expect too much upside surprise, but You never know, so always, hedge your bets. Another way to help protect those trades is instead of doing just straight open calls, you can also do open puts. Definitely want to look at puts for downside protection on those. But instead of doing open puts, you could definitely do the put straddle or sorry, mind blank went for a second. A put spread to help decrease your downside on that insurance play to help protect your investments. Just want to take a look at some charts here. Let me transition on over. Yeah. All right, so taking a look at the charts. I want to start off with the DJI, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average. If you look at today's chart, definitely open to downside with a slight rally, trying to climb some of those early morning losses back, but finished off in the downside. Definitely has some downward pressure today in the market. Taking it to an hourly chart, you can see we are hitting against some support levels. Let's take a look to the daily chart. We haven't broke through some support levels yet there, but we are definitely in a bullish trend when you're looking at the MACD right here. Let's take a look at the QQQ, another popular ETF. Again, this is one of the ones I would say you want to take a look at some of the put options. We definitely have a bearish crossover forming now. So definitely, definitely want to take a look at some plays. Let's see if I can pull up the option charting for some of those shorter term plays. Here's a December 1, do a 154 put. As you can see, they're fairly cheap, looking at $1.20 right now. But if the rally was resumed, you could definitely take a loss, but you're only risking $120 to help protect your investments from further losses. Another good chart to look at right now is going to be the S&P 500. So let's pull up that chart real quick. Pull up the hourly chart, and as you can see here, over the last couple of days, definitely had some downside pressure. Had a good rally yesterday, almost all across the board. But today, Friday, we definitely resumed back to the bearish side that we saw over the last 2 weeks. And again, here on the MACD, you do see a bearish crossover that first formed last week and kind of resumed again and confirmed again this week. So we shall see where the market goes next week. Again, my predictions are you should see some more downward pressure with the lower volume expected with the holiday weekend coming up, as well as the shorter trading sessions next week, with only 3 full trading sessions and then rolling over into to the Thanksgiving holiday. Some moves to look at in the markets. Definitely want to touch on, again, on Wal-Mart. Let's take a look at their chart, because they were hitting all-time highs after that strong rally, after they killed their earnings report on Thursday. As you can see, spiked up to over 100 after the open today, but then pulled back as the rest of the market pulled back as well. So, but if you look at the daily chart, definitely in a nice bullish move going on with Walmart. So, definitely a good look for the retail space with that one. Coming up on the 20-minute mark, and I like to keep the shows roughly about 20 minutes. Don't see too many questions or comments, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and give you guys the details of the Bitcoin giveaway we're doing next week here at the Black Money Market News. So I know it's a new page, a new show, so I'm trying to help spread the word so we get more viewers, more listeners, more people educated on the market. So if you are someone that's already watched the show, liked the show, you think this is a show that can be useful to someone what I want you to do and I challenge you to do is share the videos and share the page. And person I see on Facebook with the most shares for the Black Money Market News next week, starting on next Monday, going through next Friday. Monday through Wednesday, because again, it's a shorter trade week. We're also only going to be doing 2 shows next week. For Monday and Wednesday, between those 2 shows, whoever shares the show the most will get $20 in free Bitcoin. I mean, I can't beat that. I mean, not a lot, but hey, it's what I can do for now. So again, I need y'all support. Share the page, like the page, share the videos. Again, the individual with the most shares of the Black Money Market News videos next week will get $20 in free Bitcoin. If you don't know how to receive Bitcoin, I will also give you your 401 a quick tutorial and help you get set up with a Bitcoin wallet so you can be able to receive your Bitcoin. So definitely tune in to our next episode on Monday and our second show next week on Wednesday. Get those shares out there, get those likes, get those comments. So I'm going to go off of the most shares. After that, if there is a tie on the shares, I'll go off of who has the most comments on the video. So definitely want to be interactive with the show. Appreciate y'all's support so far. I mean, I've only started this show a little over 2 weeks ago, and we already got up to over 100 likes on the page. So thank you guys very much. Also want to give a quick shout out to the Golden Bitcoin Bootcamp. They've been really keeping me motivated and been some of my biggest support pays so far. So thank you, Dana, thank you, Sabrina, and everyone else in the crew at the Golden Bitcoin Bootcamp. If you don't know what the Golden Bitcoin Bootcamp is, definitely drop me a message. I can give you more 411 on the free Golden Bitcoin Bootcamp classes. Other than that, so again, don't see any comments in the show tonight, but tune into next week. Definitely want to see you guys have a chance to win your free Bitcoin. Once again, my name is Samuel Hill. You guys have a great night, and thanks for watching the Black Money Market News.